Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Robocop Stage 54 from Fanhome, as well as Stage Part 3 of the Premium Base. I'm not going to bring the parts for the Premium Base over yet because they will actually take the entire desk. So let me get this out of the bag. Get the parts for Stage 3 out of the bag. Right, not Stage 3, Stage 54. And we'll get the book open. So, very little to do in this stage. We'll get Robocop's pelvis out of the plastic. And what we have is the pelvis. We have these posts that go on the normal base, or on the base that comes with it, some CP screws and some EP screws. Rather than working on the pelvis first, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to bring the base over the normal base, and we will go ahead and get those posts on there. So what we do with these three posts, we're using EP screws, and each one of these posts has a hole in the bottom, and it's just support. That's interesting. There are 4 spots for the pins to go, for the supports to go, but only 3 of these, so we're going to put them on the 3 like they have it in the book. We're going to grab 3 of the screws and we're going to tighten them down, and then we'll get the base out of the way. Come on. There's actually at this point 3 spare screws, so obviously we're going to use 2 of them somewhere else. So with these, all we do is just pop the screws in, and I'm not going to tighten them down because when we get the other half of the base, we're going to have to line these up so that they're good on both sides. So these still have, let's tighten this one a little bit more. There's plenty of play still on these. They can move back and forth. Matter of fact, maybe a little bit too much play on this one. But when we get the other half of the base, we still can move these around and finish the base off. So let me get this out of the way and move this over here, and we will go back to the first part of this stage. And it was funny because I was looking at Robocop and I was like, the heck is going on? Didn't remember that we had done we had attached the legs. It didn't make any sense to me that with the parts that we did in 51, 52, and 53, that suddenly the legs were together when they weren't together in the last, at the end of 53. And then I realized, oh, they're together in the box. I didn't realize that earlier. So I'm just looking, fit the seat. So this is the seat, also known as his behind. So it's going to go on here in the back. And so I think there's post here, 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 and here. No screw holes. How on earth? Yep, it goes on here. So then it's going to go on here like this. I have to stand them up to figure this out. Oh, okay. Up here is where you're going to secure this, put the screws in. Up here in these two posts back here, you can actually get to them from the front. You can see over here the light all the way through. And those are going to be the two EP screws. Sorry, I was trying to figure this out. It was confusing me a little bit. So I've got the screw on the end here. Now I've got to figure out which of these, how to line this up. Which again, it's one of these things of black parts. Black parts, going on black parts, using black screws. So I'm hoping this is in place. We'll find out in a second. That did not work. And then what I'm doing is holding the part in place on the back. And that is not, I don't think, no, that is not lining up. It's going to be one of these things of when it pops into place, it's going to do it all of a sudden. Let me see, maybe if I can line up these front ones, and I can see now where the front ones are. Or not the front ones, the lower ones. Let's try this again. No. Not even sure how far off I am. So the EPs are going to go on the top. The CPs are going to go on the bottom. Let me see if I can get the CPs in, because once I have the CPs started, then I can move it around and get the EPs in place. So like I said, the CPs are going to be right up in here, in his groin area. I'm sure somebody is going to say this needs to be centered. Let me get this EP screw, put it over here. We'll see what we can make happen here. Okay, nope. See if I can see in there. Come on. It's just, I think it might be too dark in there. Wait. Okay, that one started. Now that's the EP. I almost put the wrong screw in the second hole. And it is really terrible to try and see down in here. Okay. Those are both started. Let me see what I can do here. Oops. I think that one started. Can we get this last one here to start? Okay, that one's good. And the reason I'm doing both the this stage and the base in the same video, because the base is going to be huge. The base video is actually going to be more than the rest of the parts that were in this kit. So the premium base is what I really paid for this month. So let me see. That is on all the way around. And now we have Robocop's butt. There are a couple of holes here that look like they're going to be covered up later on after we put some screws in. But that's all there is to do in stage 54. Oh, yeah. Did everything in stage 54. So let me move the legs out of the way. And we will bring the premium base back over. I'm going to set it over here because I'm not sure if I'm going to have room for everything. And here are the parts for the premium base. We set these screws up here with the rest of them. Get the bag open. Whole bunch of EP screws there. And I was actually looking through. There is a bunch of stuff going on in this stage. In this part of the premium base build. So we got that. We've got some EM screws, the EP screws. EM. I'll say it isn't so. I'm actually going to need the oil. Where is it? So often that I don't need the oil anymore. There it is. There's the oil. So let's get the parts out of here. Keep that tray because it is a nice flat tooth tray. I think this is going to go down. Not sure where this is going to go. Maybe this is going to be the separator between the top and the bottom. And then the first set of lights. So let's bring this over here. Bring over the instructions. And let's see what we got. Okay, so we got base plate, side panel. This is the side panel. Interior frame, LED strips, long adhesive, short adhesive, and some screws. Actually, don't need the stand itself yet. So we're going to take this base plate, or this side plate, along with the internal support, and it's going to go on there. These little legs here on the bottom are going to go exactly that towards the bottom. We've got 6 screw holes, 6 posts plus 2 here. So we're going to set this on here. Of course, it would be helpful. I had that incorrect. These are not the legs. These go up towards the top because that's where the slanted areas are. Oh, missed. So there we go. Goes on there like that. Bunch of EP screws. I need 6 of them right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one out, dump the rest right here. That one is going to go back in the bag. We're going to toss that up there up there. Once I can get it back in here, we're going to toss it. Come on, get in there. Get in there. It's a spare screw. There. We'll toss that up there with the rest, or with, yeah, the rest of them from the other stages. And we'll get these all started and then tighten them down. Actually, I'm going to switch screwdrivers because this one fits better, the one P1. There's 2. Come on. Number 3. 4. 5. And 6. So now I'm going to go back in the exact opposite order and tighten them down. 4 tightened. Number 5 and number 6. And unless I miss my guess, how this is going to go on here is going to be just like that. These three posts with screw holes in the bottom are going to fit into these sockets with a little bit of coercion. Let's find out. Let's turn the page. Okay, so let me move this over here, because what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece that I had over here earlier, and they want you to position it on here. And that's what these, let's see, were they? Which ones are going? That's EP screws. Okay. So there's a post here, a post here for these 2 screw holes. It's just going to go on here like this. Then I'm going to grab 2 EP screws and get them started in there. You can see it's tending to fall over right now because there's no screws in there. A little bit tricky to do. The first one, the rest of them should be a little bit easier, I think. Okay, that one started. And you can see it's still tilting away. Get this one in here. There we go. Nope, not. Come on. It's grinding into something. There we go. Let me go ahead and switch screwdrivers, because this one bites better into that screw. That one's tight. Do the same thing over on this side. That one's tight. So that is how that goes on there. You can see we're starting the top here. So let me set this off to the side while we take this. Interesting. Usually they have the 3M tape already on. These LEDs do not have the 3M tape. And I don't have a power supply to test this. So what do they have us do? They have us run in here. Let me double check that they actually fit that way. Yeah, there are grooves in the plate here, in the base plate. There's a couple of grooves, and that's where those are going to sit. So we take one of the long pieces, we peel it off. Whoops. I actually did not mean to do it that way. I peeled just the backing piece tape off. Be okay. Got the double-sided tape that is completely unwrapped. Should be able to make this work, unless I twist it and it gets all buggered up like that. So instead we're going to throw this away and hope that they gave us a mistake piece. That's better. The sticky part goes down, and if they didn't, I have other double-sided tape. If for some reason I need to use this later, I will use other double-sided tape that I already have. So then we're going to peel up the backing piece here. Come on. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Come on. And I'm actually cutting the backing tape in half. There we go. Go ahead and get rid of these. And we're going to take this light, and they have it running this way. So we're going to take this LED strip, We're going to set it down in there like that. Not putting too much or as little pressure as possible on here. We're going to run this up here like this, and then we're going to do the same thing up here. Let me get rid of that. Keeping the bench clean as I go. So this time I'm going to fold this in half because that was the problem, is that, and it's doing the exact same thing. You can't see it because it's clear, but it's doing the exact same thing. It's not wanting to separate. It takes a little bit of effort to get it to come apart the way it's supposed to. Put this tape down in here, but it is nice that it is a very thin piece of double-sided tape. It's really close to the stuff I have. I don't have it perfect in there. It will be okay because this gets closed up. You'll never see it again. So we'll come back around here. We're going to put this tape in here, or this, yeah, LED strip. And it's not strip tape, actually. It is a single circuit board, which is why there are 5 on here. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12 on here. Normally with LED strip tape, you can only do multiples of 3. So that's why they did the little boards, is because that way it's not a multiple of 3. Let's turn the page, flip it over, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring this part back over. We're going to bring that over. We're going to take this. I'm going to rotate this around. This is going to sit on here. I'm about to put it on the wrong way. It's going to sit on here. Like I said, it's got these 3 posts, these 2, and then there's going to be, looks like 2. This is supposed to be free still. I didn't want it to sit free. Let's see if we can get this to line up on here. Just looking. Okay. So this centerpiece, this center spot is the only spot that's going to have the metal screw in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my EM screw. I'm going to start the EM screw first. Not very far. Just going to put a little bit in so that I can then work with the rest of the screws. Dip it in oil. I can work with the rest of the screws and get them in place. Come on. I had the hole sitting there where I could see it. Okay. There we go. And now you can see it's captive there. You need to make sure that your wires, if you're doing this, make sure your wires are not caught. This is one of those times where it's very important to get them all started first. That one's in. I'm going to work my way out to the 3 on the edge. Okay, those 2 are in. My wires are not damaged. I can go ahead and close the oil. Let me see. Doesn't say how many of the EP screws. 3, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Only reason I was looking was because I have 1 leftover EP screw when I get done. And if I haven't mentioned it in a while, P on the screw means that it goes into plastic. M means that it goes into metal, and we have to dip it in the 3-in-1 oil. Is that one caught? That one is caught. So we got 2 more to put in, and then we'll go back and tighten them all up and close out the video. Actually, before we do that, I just looked down. There's one more thing they want me to do, and it's the same. I'm going to show you. The way they tell us to do it is a bad move, because they are setting us up for failure to rip every wire out. Or no, actually the battery box wire only. Okay, so tighten that down, snug it all the way, tighten that down, and this flat, I will tell you, the flat paint coat on this picks up oil from your fingers or anything like nobody's business. There's 6. There's 7. Drop into here. And there they are all done. Before I move on, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to have to hit it with Lysol wipe. It is not coming. The oil from my fingers is not coming off. The last thing they want you to do, I have to take this back off. I have to take the battery pack back off. If you remember last time, oh, I didn't even plug it in. They say to plug it in. I do not want to break my, I don't want to break the power wire. So this one is a very badly formed C. And it goes to C here on the board. Let me see, where is it? Doesn't really say. Yeah, actually it does. This was too far away, so it's going to go through this little hole here. We're going to pop it into place here, and I'll pick it up and show you the hole where it came through. So it's going to go, the wire goes through that hole right there. You can see my wires over here are not compromised at all. You put this back on, still not going to plug this in. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I can, and I can test it, but I don't have the switch. Switch is not here yet. It's going to be a while before we get it. So let me see. A is there, so we'll put this like that. I believe that's how it was before. Excuse me for clearing my throat. Still winter a little bit. So let me pop this. Come on, don't cross thread. Pop this one in here. That one feels like it's cross-threaded. Try this again. There we go. And that is all there is to do on the base. All it was done. So that's all there is to do on the base. That is also all there is to do in this stage and in this shipment. So he's coming along. Robocop now has a butt. Hope you're enjoying this build. I'm liking it a lot. I'm really glad that we're getting parts again. Yeah. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Robocop. Let me know what you think about me. Let me know what you think about the world in general. I will respond. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you on the next video.